The poet says, be hopeful, but the government's not clear. The poet says, be hopeful, but the TV's full of fear. The poet says, be hopeful, but how on earth can we be? The poet says, be hopeful, but we're low on PPE. The poet says, be hopeful, but my business is going under. The poet says, be hopeful, but can't the poet hear the thunder? The poet says, be hopeful, but I'm stuck inside my flat. The poet says, be hopeful, but I'm sick of virtual chat. The poet says, be hopeful, but I fear we're in a rut. The poet says, be hopeful, but still the schools are shut. The poet says, be hopeful, but we cannot tell what's true. The poet says, be hopeful, but we don't know what to do. The poet says, be hopeful, despite the abundance of despair. The poet says, be hopeful, because without hope, what is there? The poet says, be hopeful, but not naive or passive. The poet says, be hopeful, because our potential could be massive. The poet says, be hopeful, and not to let the fear deter. The poet says, be hopeful, and one day we'll be glad we were.